Hi, everybody. Natasha Butler, James Cook University Marketing Lecturer. In our week one, part four topic for key concepts in marketing, and part four, we are talking about marketing in the dynamic environment. So when we're creating our marketing plans, we also need to consider the volatile nature of the world in which we live and operate in, and how those external forces may impact our business. Global pandemic, global conflict, or even a financial crisis are just a few scenarios that can actually in reality happen. And I think we've all lived through that or some aspects of that now. So each of those macro factors affects our marketing mix. And as such, we need to adjust our marketing mix in accordance with the dynamic macro environment. A simplistic framework that we use to analyze the macro environment is referred to as the PEST framework. And this looks at the political, the economic, the social, and the technological forces, all that impact on our marketing mix. Now, unlike the marketing mix variables that we spoke about, that's our 8 Ps, our pillars in our framework, and the organization has no control over the external forces. So an organization has control over those 8 Ps. The PEST framework, political, societal, economical, and technology, no control over that. They can only control how they deal with those things. So let's have a look at what we're talking about when we're doing a PEST analysis. So some of the political forces that we need to consider as a business and what their impact on our marketing mix might be includes who the current political party is that's in power. Or are we about to change our political party? Are we about to have a change of government? So what does that look like for us? We need to consider the political stability of our economic system or of our environment. We need to consider any laws or regulations that we have that may impact our business. Think, for example, mining, farming, exporting. What about some tax policies that we have and some labor laws? So is there a minimum wages that we need to take into consideration? Is there any foreign investment policy that we need to consider with our marketing mix? Or even maybe some privacy legislation. So what's going on in that space? So these are just some examples of some of the things that we need to consider from a political context that can impact our marketing mix, and importantly, may also impact what's going on in the lives of our customers. So from an economic perspective, we really need to consider economic growth and what inflation rates are looking like. So what's currently happening in the economy? What about the GDP, the gross domestic product per capita, per person? The consumer disposable income. And so the consumer disposable income is where we're looking at how much disposable income each person has available to them. And or more so, what's of interest to marketers is discretionary income that consumers have. So that's how much money consumers have that's left over after they've paid their living expenses and their bills. So how much money do they have left over to maybe to go out for coffee or for dinner or to buy luxury items, as we'd call it. We also need to look at interest rates, exchange rates, unemployment rates, and consumer confidence. Because if consumer confidence is high, then we can expect to see more demand for our products or our services that we've got to offer. But if consumer confidence is low, then we might then need to look at how can we make our offering more attractive to our customers. So some of the societal factors that we consider includes demographic trends. So what's the age brackets looking like? What about growth trends and age distribution? Are we getting older? Are we getting younger as a society and as our target audience? We also look at our population density. Where are people living? Look at educational levels, cultural or consumer lifestyle, and really, what do consumers value today? Are some of the things that we consider when we're looking at our PEST analysis. We also need to consider technology and any innovation and research and development, skill resources and adoption of any new tech that is impacting our sector or just society or our customer base or society as a whole. So what's happening now? So again, look, this is looking at the political, economical, societal, and technological forces of the macro environment. It ensures that us as marketers are aware of any of those external forces that can impact our marketing mix. And as we've seen through such things as global pandemic, global financial crisis, supply chain shortages, it absolutely does. And we need to be aware of that. Now, it's really important to note that we've just touched on really briefly what these macro environmental forces, and they are actually a lot more complex than just those four elements. But it gives us a really good overview and a good starting point. And again, we will be going into this in a lot more depth as we move through. So when we're looking at it, examining the marketing environment or the external marketing environment, one of the best places to look is actually what's happening, what's being said in the local media, and reading industry reports. So that'll help us to get an idea on a lot of those elements. So again, another nice, short, sharp little video for you. And in the next video, we're going to be discussing the marketing concept.